I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I told them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the gang. I told them this ain't a game.
Yo, what is cracking? It's CB83. It's Finn's Take with CB83. Hey, coming to you for another banger. What's up with y'all boys, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the room. We about to get it cracking. So much to discuss. Man, you got to love this Miami Dolphins community. The drama is always at an all-time high in the community. When things are going good, they're going good. When things are going bad, they're going bad. But man, this community gets off the chain when they see just a little sign of struggle and adversity. Everybody comes out the woodworks and they start chirping and they start barking. It's crazy. You gotta love it though. That's why you guys are here, to hear my takes, to hear CB83 kind of discuss some of the nonsense. And I can kind of talk you guys off that ledge a little bit. Just give you a little football perspective. Kind of talk you off the ledge. Help you understand why things may be going the way they're going. But hey, we're here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 10 in the room. Do me a favor, hit the like on your way in. It helps with the algorithm. It helps let people know we're live. Shout out to everybody out there in the community. I see you. The homie Canes was in here first tonight. He says, salute CB83 and everyone. Shout out to the homie Canes for popping in, showing love. You know how we do. You know how we get down out here. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You gotta keep the energy up for sure. You know how we get down. Shout out to the homie Canes. Shout out to the homie Raul P and the members gang. Gotta get a members gang some love. Let's sir. Shout out to the homie Raul P in the building. One of the members gang. Hey, if you want to become a member, do me a favor, hit that like, join the members gang. We're looking for lucky number 13 to join the squad. We got 12 members right now. You join, you're 13. You got that Dan the man. You got the Dan the man. Appreciate you coming through, Raul P. Says big ups to the members gang, captain of the squad, Shake Money. The squad consists of the following. Be sure to check these cats out. They're very well known in the community. They hold it down. They're my team, man. They're my team. So William Perry, Chef Jew, Raul Parada, Cruz Ruiz, Shake Money, Andravia Shaw. We got Irv Figueroa. We got the homie G, Big Slick, Adam Sadowski, the Wayne D Experience, and the homie S Harris. So shout out to those members. They hold me down. They support the community. If you want to join, the link is pinned to the top. You just click the link, hit the join button. Pretty easy, right? $2.99 a month, $9.99 a month to become a captain. Just help support the channel. Or you can just donate by, clicking the link below. So appreciate you guys. We're at 939 subscribers, right? We're close to hitting that 1,000 mark. Really close to hitting that 1,000 mark. We're gonna get there. We're building brick by brick, man, and that's what we do, man. We just come in here, we get after, we talk a little Miami Dolphins, give you my perspective, right? And I might drop the link tonight. I might try to get some of you guys up and just hear some of what you're talking about, what you're hearing about the Miami Dolphins also. So we'll do that, man. Shout out to the homie Andrevius. Andrevius is part of the member gang too. He says, yo, what's cracking, Dre? How you been? How was the Twitter spaces today? Was it cracking? Was it popping? I stopped in for a little bit, heard a little bit. Q, what's good with you? Q says, fins up, Q. You know how we get down over here. The homie Shake Money in the building. He says, hit the like button. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming through, Shake Money. It's another beautiful day in Zamunda. Another beautiful day. We're blessed. We're blessed. Shake Money throwing up the emojis. Yes, sir. The homie Sean is in the building. Sean, what's popping, man? What's popping? Adam Sadowski's here. Adam Sadowski throwing up the emojis. B Show, best in the business. You know how we get down, my dude. You know how we get down, bro. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it cracking. S. Harris, what's popping with you? S. Harris is in the members gang too. You know how we do it. Hey, you know how we walk in the party. We get after it. Yes, sir. That's how we walk in the party, man. That's how we walk in these rooms, man. These panels. We get it. Cracking Cruz. What's good with you? Another homie in the members gang. Hey, I see you. I see you, Cruz. I see you. Miami Music 305. The homie MCJB. What's popping? MCJB. Got to hang with MCJB live in person this past weekend down at the Miami Dolphins training camp stuff, the scrimmage, the practices. It was a good time, man. We had a real good time, just kind of hung, kicked it with some of the homies, had some drinks, got to it, had a good time, man. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Mark K, I see you. What's good? Mark K says hi, CB83. What's good, Mark? How you doing, man? Sean said you already did. You already know I had to slide for sure, for sure. Keys, what's good, big bro? Getting to it. The consistency is the key. I'm at it, bro. At it every day. Every day I do this. Every day I'm getting to it, man. I didn't go yesterday, but we're gonna recap yesterday and today because we might have a little longer show. I may open it up. Really appreciate y'all coming through. Gleeful. It really is gleeful, man. It really is, man. ABAB was good. He says Cook better sign a contract soon before A-Chain balls out. Man, that Cook A-Chain punch would be hard to deal with. It would be hard to deal with. We hit him with the Adrian.
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Hey, we hit him with he got cooked after we get Dalvin Cook. You already know what time it is.
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Love seeing it. Love seeing it. Love seeing you guys. Love the energy. Hey, man, do the Miami Dolphins get Dalvin Cook?
I hope so.
Okay. Yeah, I really do hope so. A little Kodak for y'all, man. Really do hope so. Hey, and for the haters out there, man, we ain't worried about y'all, man. We still gonna get to it. It don't matter. We still gonna bring in energy. We still gonna have a damn good time over here. Unadulterated fun. You know how we do it, man. So shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Mr. Fanatic. I see you. CB83 always love the detailed discussion and film analysis. Hey, that's what's up, Mark. Man, that's what we do, man. Hey, that's how we do it. Hey, my man, Miami Music says brewskis and booties. Twin Peaks action. What you know about it? Twin Peaks Hollywood. Shout out to Twin Peaks Hollywood for the hospitality. It was a good time. It was a good time. So appreciate y'all coming through. We about to get into it. I know the monologue. We about 10 minutes in, but hey, let's kind of get into this recap, right? So the Miami Dolphins had a practice yesterday, a joint practice with the Atlanta Falcons. They're coming off of 2 days being off. So basically they went Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They had the scrimmage, right? So they had the scrimmage Saturday. Not really a good performance by the offense. Defense, pretty good. You know, we could say they played better than the offense because the offense really struggled. And that's what the defense's goal is too, right? Make the offense struggle. So after that, Tua kind of lights into him. Christian Wilkins is kind of huddling up the defense too, talking to the defense. And then you have Monday, Tuesday, right? Not Monday, Tuesday, but Sunday, Monday. So Sunday they're off. Monday, I'm sure they did some type of film stuff, right? Or did some type of walkthrough. But then you get into practice Tuesday, right? They're coming into it. They've had a couple days off. They kind of got to get back into the rhythm of practicing, get back into the flow of it. And they come out and they have joint practices with the Atlanta Falcons. Now let's talk about this. Day one, right? And these are some points I want to touch on. So day one, we're kind of, let's not get into the injuries first, but let's talk about the units first, right? So defensively, right? Defensively, the defense kind of picks up where they left off. It seems like the defense kind of wins the day, right? Because the offense really struggled. Atlanta's offense really struggled moving the ball. Now, that could be as a result of them being a poor offense or as a result of our defense just being that damn good, right? But we end up getting interceptions on the day. The defense is consistently winning throughout the team periods. Now, one-on-ones, 7-on-7, little bit different, right? So I hear that there's guys kind of getting beat defensively in terms of one-on-ones, right? Now we hear guys talk about one-on-ones and how one-on-ones really don't mean a lot because it's a drill that's really for the offense. It's kind of not for the offense, but it kind of tends to help the offense a little bit more, right? You got to understand a quarterback throwing a ball to a receiver who's the only guy on the field, the quarterback isn't getting a rush, stuff like that. It's going to be in the offense's favor, right? So that happens, right? So what we could say is we could say, hey, the defense kind of struggles with that. Typically, defenses are going to struggle with one-on-one, right? That just happens. But there are drills that kind of help the defense, like a blitz period drill or a drill where you have 7-on-7, right? You're just covering. You don't have to. The defense doesn't have to come up and play runs, stuff like that. So you got to understand that, hey, there's going to be some drills that cater towards the offense and the offense making plays, and there's going to be drills that cater towards the defense making plays. So it really does go both ways. So I want you guys to understand that. So it seems like day one, joint practices, defense has a good day. Now I wanted to be able to show you guys some film of practice. I'm going to try to get to that and get on Twitter and check that out. But we're going to see if I could do that. My connection is kind of really not that great. So we'll see if we can go ahead and do that. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Tori, I see you. What's good? So that's the defense, right? And we're going to go into detail a little bit more, talk about specific players. But I just kind of want to talk about them from that standpoint. It seemed like the defense had a good day defensively and kind of made the offense struggle. Now, also what you got, let's put this in context. Defenses are going to be ahead of offenses, and they should be, right? These guys are just getting out there playing. They're using their talent, using their athleticism, getting off the ball. So typically they're going to be a little bit ahead of the offense. So that's how defenses should be. Offenses kind of take a little bit longer to come along, right? You're getting that chemistry with the offensive line. You're starting to get into the run game. You're starting to gain that chemistry in the run game. And then the passing game will come along, the quick game. Then you got the mid-range pass game, and then you got the deep pass. So there's a lot to offense, right? So you don't get out there day one and day two and the offense just take off, right? But we're about halfway through camp. So, in the middle range of camp. So at this point, they should be kind of locking it in. And we'll talk about the conversation of evaluating players, right? Evaluating the roster as opposed to gaining chemistry with the starting groups. Because right now there's a fine line between really evaluating the guys on the bottom of the roster, trying to make the roster, and also getting reps with your ones, with your starting groups in order to get them prepared for week one, right? And that's a conversation that needs to be had. Now, as far as offensively, yesterday, I'm hearing the offense lost the day, right? They really struggled being efficient. They couldn't keep the chains moving. And I'm not going to say the whole offense. I'm going to say particularly like the group with the ones, right? The Tua's group. So Tua's group is struggling. Now, Tua always doesn't have the best receivers. He doesn't always have Tyreek, Waddle, Chosen, and guys like that. And it's funny how Mike McDaniels kind of switched this thing up, and Wes Welker kind of switched it up. It seems like Waddle has a group of receivers that he's usually in with, and then it seems like Tyreek has a group of receivers that he's usually in with. Now, sometimes they're both in and everybody's getting reps, but it seems like the reps are kind of sparing in regards to getting reps with his receivers, the one receivers, because it seems like Mike White throws to Waddle, he throws to Tyreek. It feels like it's kind of spread out, right? It seems like everybody's getting time with the receivers. And honestly, I think this may be the case because of what the situation that happened last year, right? In regards to Tua being hurt, the backups just not being ready, um, not having enough time, not getting enough reps. And we saw that once they got in the game, right? They just struggled. They had no idea what was going on. They couldn't connect. Um, but now you're seeing Mike McDaniel's approach it a little bit different, right? It's approaching a little bit different. He's trying to get everybody comfortable with everybody. So I think that's why you could be seeing some of the offense struggling because you just don't have the one unit in there all the time running 10 to 15 reps. And then you have, the second group getting maybe 8 reps, right? And then you have the third group getting like 3 to 4 reps because that's usually what it's like in training camp, right? And then you really never see those wide receivers, those bottom wide receivers, run with the starting quarterback. And you don't kind of see those guys get an opportunity, right? Now, does it hurt you once you're preparing for the season? I think that's a good question, a good question to discuss. Like, does it hinder you in terms of your development and your chemistry with the ones? Like, that's something that may need to be discussed. And I'm sure, a conversation that Mike McDaniel's having with Vic Fangio and his coaching staff and trying to lock in where the roster should be, where the team should be at this point, right? So that's that. Now, getting into the offense and why I say they lost the day. Now, I watched Omar and Elaine Poupar watch their podcast, the All Dolphins podcast. If you don't go check it out, go check it out. It's a good dialogue between two reporters that cover practice, right? And we don't always get that. So it's good to have people who are in the building interviewing the players, discuss what's going on with the state of the Miami Dolphins, right? So these guys basically look at practice, and Elaine Poupart does a good job of charting kind of what he sees throughout practice. And he said the tally for yesterday's practice was the quarterbacks were 19 for 32 with 193 yards, 3 interceptions, and 4 sacks, right? Now, when we look at those numbers, 19 for 32, not good numbers, right? Not a good completion percentage. Should be a little bit higher for sure. I would like to see ideally 25 for 32. I think that would be ideal. A little bit more yardage. He said they had 193. I'd like them be in the, I don't know the context of practice, but maybe they need to be in the 250 to 300 range, right? 3 INTs from 3 different quarterbacks. I think they all had an INT. That's rough, right? You want to protect the ball, make sure you're not throwing those INTs because that's how you lose games, right? And the 4 sacks, they said that could have gone both ways, a couple of them, but that's what you don't want to see. You don't want to see those plays because those plays can lead to turnovers too, right? So that's what you're looking at in terms of the quarterback play. So just not great quarterback play. And they said Mike White looked a little bit better than Tua, which, hey, I'm not there to disagree. When I was there the past, 3 days last week, I didn't ever see a practice where Mike White, stood out as a better quarterback. Now, he had some good throws at times for sure. And Skyler had some good throws too. He just wasn't as good as Mike White. But Mike White was never to the point where I felt like he was better than Tua. He was playing better than Tua. Yeah. So that's that. Shout out to the homie William Perry. William Perry, what's good with you? I see you in the building. He's in the members gang. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You already know what time it is, man. It's Finn State with CB83. That's how we get down. That's how we get down. So that's what we got there. Now, The quarterback reps. Now, the quarterback reps, I feel like, are getting more defined in these joint practices. It seems like Tua is getting a good amount of reps. It seems like Mike White is getting a good amount of reps as the number two. And it seems like Skyler's reps are kind of dwindling down to like, a smaller percentage, right? Seems like if I was to put a percentage on it, I think Tua is about, 50% of the reps. I think Mike White is probably at around 35%. And I think, Skyler has the 15%. So just not a lot of reps being given out. So um the rotations now, right? I think Mike McDaniels really needs to start locking in kind of what he wants to do during the season, right? I think you have about 2 weeks. You really only have a week and a half of preseason left, right? And then you have that last week. That last week is final cutdowns. You're preparing for the game. So you're preparing for week one. You're not even like game prepping for that week. So I feel like Mike McDaniels right now should be starting to tweak, and maybe that's what he does after Friday's preseason game, right? After he sees these guys live in action, he starts to narrow down these lineups and these units and start to figure out, hey, this is going to be my ones. They're going to get most of the reps. Twos are going to get this amount of reps. Threes are going to get barely any, right? Because I think that's what's going to happen now. And I think this new way of, keeping a bunch of people on the roster until the last cut down could be messing with, how they get reps, right? Because when you got 90 guys out there in the field and you're trying to get everybody reps, it's tough, right? And you can't cut it down. You're not cutting it down week by week. So since you're not cutting it down week by week, you're still thinking, hey, these guys need to get reps, but you also need to be preparing for the season. So I think that could be messing with the mental of some of these coaches. But I'm interested to see how they adjust and make the changes as this preseason goes on, because you're still going to have 90 guys on the field, right? But you need to start defining the roles, defining the units, and making sure that you're able to build chemistry with your units and the packages you need to. So it's going to be interesting to see, because they can't cut it down. They're not losing guys. All these guys are still going to be on the field. So shout out to you, Adam. I see you. Justo, I see you. Justo says, I like the fact that Tua has so many doubters. He had it easy at Bama, except taking the starting gig from Hurts. Okay. I like that. William Perry, I see you, bro. Adam, I see you. I see you. JR Black, I see you. What's good, fam? What's good? What's good? AB, what's popping? So, yeah, getting into yesterday also. What stood out yesterday was a player, undrafted free agent, right? Now, Christian Wilkins, his reps kind of went down yesterday, right? So Christian Wilkins' reps went down. He didn't get as many reps in 11-on-11. And it gave Brandon Peely, the undrafted free agent, the D tackle out of USC, Samoan guy, big dude, reminds me of Paul Soliai, gave him the opportunity to step up. And that's exactly what he did. So I think that was one of the big highlights of practice yesterday, is his performance and how he came out and played in the absence of Christian Wilkins. So he was still able to make plays. I think he got a sack and some tackles for losses. So that was interesting to see. Now, he may be making his way on the roster. So that's something to look out for. And then we also went in and, grabbed some defensive line, some interior defensive line help, and the guy Hand out of Detroit. So, I mean, that's going to be more competition at the position. So I'm sure he, said, hey, I need to step up, have a great day in the absence of Christian Wilkins. And what I want you guys to understand is that these guys don't always get these opportunities. When starters are out and you get an opportunity to step up and make plays, you got to take advantage of it. And it's good to see a guy like step in, take advantage of it, and have a good day, because that doesn't always happen either. So you want some of those undrafted free agent guys to stand out. You do. like the Cater Kohus of the world. We need Brandon Peely. I think it's Peely or Pele. I think it's Peely to be a standout guy. If he's able to get those reps, we need a guy who's going to spill Christian Wilkins if he's tired. So that would be nice. That would be a nice compliment to the defensive line for sure. So really cool to see him step up, undrafted free agent. And if they would have had an orange jersey today, maybe he would have had the orange jersey. But Mike McDaniels didn't have an orange jersey guy today. Hey, maybe that's to send a message. Maybe that's what it sounds like. So we'll see, man. Now, in terms of injuries, we did have some injuries yesterday. So Braylon Sanders was carted off. He had a lower extremity injury. They're saying he'll be back within a week or so. Hopefully that's the case. Easy E was back. Jalen was there. So I mean, we had everybody there for the most part. Now another thing that's going to be interesting, and this is what Omar and Poupart talked about also, is this safety position, right? We know Holland is a constant. We know he's consistent. We know he's the guy there, right? Strong safety is up in the air at this point, right? I thought Deshaun Elliott would be like the piece there, but it seems like he's just not a standout there. So that strong safety position is going to be really something to watch. Now, Trill Williams is back. And Trill Williams was a cornerback for us, but now he's working at the safety position. Now, Trill Williams is coming off an injury, so he had the red jersey on. He had the non-contact jersey on for like the first half of camp. That finally has come off. So now he's going to be a guy working at that strong safety position. Now, when I say strong safety, in Fangio's defense, it really is a two safety system. So this guy really will be like a free safety / strong safety in the defense. So you have Trill Williams working at safety. You also have Elijah Campbell, who's flashing at safety also. So we talked about the corners and how that could be an interesting position to watch, that second corner position. But the safeties is also that, especially that strong safety position. So you have really fighting for that position, Deshaun Elliott, Trill Williams, and Elijah Campbell. Who takes that position? It's going to be interesting to see who comes out week 1 and is playing in that first package in that cover 2, cover 3 role, right? It's going to be interesting to see. Also, the corner position. We're still hearing Noah's playing pretty well. I heard these guys got beat a little bit here and there. I heard Cam Smith got beat for a touchdown. I heard Noah got beat for a touchdown. Eli Apple's still playing pretty solid. So that's still something to watch as well. You always got to watch that corner position since Jalen is out. And speaking of Jalen was back out there, sleeve on the leg, compression sleeve, just walking normally. All right. And we'll get into Jalen's situation. I think Jalen had a little situation where he came out and got an I am athlete a little bit, right? Told him to shut up. They don't know what they're talking about as far as this injury goes. So we'll kind of discuss that when we get to the day 2 stuff. But that's really interesting to see. I think Jalen's really going to push towards being back early. I don't think it's going to be a December timeline. I can pretty much guarantee you that Jalen's not the type of guy that's going to wait until January to come back. He wants to be at top peak performance going into the playoffs. So I can see him coming back November, maybe late October, November, somewhere in that range, right? It's a meniscus injury. I don't know how bad it was. I just know the dude's walking and he looks pretty damn good right now. Now, I know it takes time to start cutting and stuff like that, but he's going to attack rehab. So I feel more than confident in his ability to get back and get it done. So, hey, so that's kind of day 1, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you guys. I see you, Justo. I see you, Adam. Tom, Dino, what's popping? I see you. Fins up, homie. Fins up. Time for Chosen to eat with Waddle sitting. Let's go. Chosen is a dog. I'm telling y'all. I've been telling you guys, Chosen will be the number 3 wide receiver. Barrios is good too. But Chosen will be that guy in the slot or on the outside who's eating, bro. He's good at what he does. Route running is impeccable, long, rangy, catches the ball, rarely drops anything. right? Rarely drops anything. He's a dog. My man Roger Goodell's Burner says Trill is going to take that spot. I could see that being the case. Trill is a dog, man, and Trill and Jalen have a really good relationship too. So I could see Jalen really pushing for Trill to take that spot. He knows what type of athlete he is. He knows how he could play. It could happen. It could definitely happen. John Elman, I see you, bro. What's good? He says, "What's up, bro? What's good? What you was popping?" My man Adam131 says people keep talking about Trill like he's done something in the league, and that's true. Like he hasn't done much in the league, but honestly, Trill's a pretty athletic guy. He's a pretty good football player, and if he can get back to the form of where he was before injury, he'll be a dog. He'll be a dog. Honestly, he'll be a dog. Adam Sadowski with the members gang emojis. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Let's go. We're still up. We still up. Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys coming through, man. And that's kind of the day one recap. Yeah, man. I mean, offense struggling is one thing. I can understand that, right? That once they start getting into the starting units, playing the starting guys, playing them regularly, right? I don't think we'll have these type of issues, to be completely honest with you, right? I think right now they're still evaluating players. They're still trying to figure things out. And in evaluating players, you're not game planning. You're just running plays to see what works, right? You're throwing a bunch of stuff out there and seeing if it sticks. All right. So you got to understand that since that's not the case, not everything's going to work, right? They're just going out there and running plays. They're not game planning for what Atlanta is doing or how they're attacking them. I think that's something we got to wait on as we get into the preseason games and as we get into the regular season. And we'll see that. We'll see that for sure. I see you. My man Roger Goodell's Burner says I got a good eye for talent. Trill is that dude. He just got unlucky with injuries. And I agree. I think the injuries caught up to him, and now he's got to figure out how to get his way out that injury slump. He's just got to go. I think Trill's a solid dude. He'll find a way. John says Barrios, the Puerto Rican burner. But Barrios is fast. And while I was out there, he was making a lot of plays. So it was good to see. And I think Barrios is going to be a stud in the special teams game. He's going to give us plenty of opportunities to get short fills. And I think he's automatically on the roster. I think Chosen's automatically on the roster. And I think it's going to be between those other guys, Braylon Sanders, Cedric Wilson Jr., River Craycraft. It's going to be up to those guys whether or not they get those final spots. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. That's the crazy thing about that room is very, very good. The receiver room is good, but it's also to the point where it's very thin now, right? Now, day two, getting into day two, let's get straight to it. We're dealing with a Waddle injury, right? It's like maybe it's ribs, maybe it's bruised, sternum or something like that. But he got hurt today, right? Now, with that being the case, you expect guys like Chosen Anderson, Barrios to step up and make plays in his place. Hopefully, he can get back out there sooner than later because we need Jalen on the field. He does a lot. I'm talking about he makes a lot of plays in practice. A lot of plays, right? Whenever you see a ball being thrown from Tua, typically Waddle's on the other end of it. Either Waddle, Tyreek, typically those are his go-to guys. So got to see Jalen get back out there. I definitely want him back out there. Great player for us. And hopefully he gets well soon, man. So day two. Let's get into day two a little bit. No orange jersey today at all, right? So no orange jersey. Mike McDaniel's really sending a message to the team, hey, no orange jersey today. We don't feel like anybody deserved it. I think if anybody deserved it, it probably would have been Brandon Peely, according to Omar Kelly and Elaine Poupart. They said, he was a standout, for yesterday. He was a standout. Oh man, appreciate you, John. Appreciate you big time. He says, "Good luck with your channel, bro." Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate you coming through. All I want to do is provide you guys with good content. Want to drop some knowledge, and we'll talk some football stuff, and just like we want to do cool stuff around here. We really do. So I appreciate the donation. It helps a ton. You know how we do it. You know how we get down. Give him the energy, people. Give him the energy. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, John. That helps the channel, helps a lot. It goes a long way. So appreciate you coming out of pocket and helping the kid out. Love it, love it. So getting back into it. So no orange jersey today. Mike McDaniel sending a message in regards to the orange jersey. Maybe he's saying, "Hey, y'all don't deserve no music or no. Y'all got to get out here and play now, right?" And that's little things coaches do to kind of motivate guys, get guys to step up and make plays, right? And it may be uncomfortable for them right now with having to run with different units, not being able to run with the guys they used to running with and guys they trained with in the off season. But that's something that's making them uncomfortable, and it'll make them better, once the season comes, right? They'll be more eager to get after and attack other offenses once they get their guys in there. So that's something I'm going to be looking forward to. Right now, defensively, let's get into defensively. We dominate day 2 defensively, also, right? So we really kind of do our thing, especially in the team drills, like 11 on 11, stuff like that. Defense does their thing. Now, 1-on-1s, 7-on-7. We got beat at times, right? And when you go back and look at the reports, the tweets, there's going to be people that say, hey, some of the guys struggling 1-on-1s and stuff like that. Like we talked about, 1-on-1s or 1-on-1s, right? It's offense heavy. It's catered toward the offense, but there are defense, drills that are catered toward the defense, and that's just the nature of it, right? So also, no Christian Wilkins really, in the team drills. Now, I don't know what the situation is with Christian Wilkins. It could be a number of things, right? Maybe Christian Wilkins doesn't play nice. When it comes to the trash talking and stuff like that, maybe he was dealing with something where he was nicked up. Not sure, but reports are just that Christian Wilkins didn't get a lot of team time in these 11 on 11 drills. Now, the Christian Wilkins playing nice thing, that kind of bothers me a little bit. Like, bro, you're a professional, right? I can understand the trash talking and stuff like that, but get out there, do your job, and help your unit, right? I hope it's not that. I hope it's not him chirping and him being a dick to other players that's keeping them from playing him. I mean, bro, you're really not that mean of a dude on the field to be doing that, bro. Let's get in there and play. So hopefully that's not the case. And I'm not saying that's the case. I just hope it's not the case, right? Now, as far as whether he's dealing with the injury or contract stuff, I don't think that's the case. I would hope not. I mean, he's a good dude. He's high character dude, right? I don't think that's the case. But Christian Wilkins did not really get in the team reps. It doesn't really concern me. It just kind of raises my eyebrows a little bit. Like, what's going on? Maybe they trust him. I'm gonna hope that's what it is. Maybe they trust him. They know he can get the job done, and they're giving some other guys some reps to see what they have. Right? Maybe that's the case. Maybe trying to get some guys acclimated. So also, I mean, staying on that topic towards 11 on 11, we did have a few skirmishes today, right? So, a few dust ups where guys are getting into arguments. We had the O-line with Teron Armstead and Wynn get into a little skirmish. We had some defensive guys get into a skirmish. I think Tyreek had a little situation. That's going to happen, right? It's hot out there. Cats are banging on each other. They're like, bro, stop tackling me. Stop pulling at me. Stop trying to pull at the ball. Somebody's going to turn around and throw the ball at them or something like that. It's always going to be something at football practice. That's just the nature of the game. Guys are out there. It's hot. They're bothered. Shit happens a lot, right? So that's going to happen. We expect that. Now, getting into the offensive line. And the offensive line is something, man, I watch heavily, right? If you go to my Twitter, right, you can look at me breaking down some stuff on the offensive line and what we saw and what I saw from the offensive line yesterday. Because there were some guys out there that really put out some good content in terms of, the offensive line plays yesterday, right? And I want to get into it. I want to show you guys exactly what I was seeing. I'm just going to see if this internet and this Twitter allows me to kind of show you guys what I was seeing, right? So I want to be able to show you that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into a little bit more of joint practices, and then I'm gonna pull up some of that film. Mark K, I see you. I see you. It says JR Black. How are your thoughts about the Dolphins running back room? And let's address this really quick. I'm not sold on this running back room. I'm not sold, right? I like A-Chain. I like Ahmed. I like Mostert. I like Jeff Wilson. I like Gaskins. They're all good dudes. I think they're all good runners. They're all good at certain things they do. I'm just not satisfied with the group. I think the group could be so much better. And I know we say that Dalvin may be a luxury right now, but it's a luxury we need in order to put more stress on defenses, right? And I think that's where we are right now. I think defenses just don't really respect our run game. So Atlanta's able to kind of key in on what we're going to do on certain downs, right? And that's the thing. Like, we can only do so much with these guys, right? Because they really have very limited capabilities as to what they can do as running backs, right? A-Chain, he's a rookie. We can't, have him do everything, right? Year one. So he's kind of limited, right? Mostert runs outside for the most part, faster guy, speed guy. Jeff Wilson can run up inside, do a little bit outside, but he's not a speedster. I just see this running back room as just not having the versatility, right? So when one guy comes in, you kind of know what they do well, and that's all they do well, right? You don't have a guy in that room that could do everything, that could pass block, that could line up out wide and play receiver. That has a great background of running screens in the NFL. Turning your back to the defense and catching a screen ball and then going up the field. You just don't have guys in that room who could do that, right? Who have the versatility. Like, Dalvin Cook is very similar to a Christian McCaffrey, right? And if you go look at my previous video, I do a breakdown of how Dalvin Cook would be deployed in this offense, right? If you go look at certain games with Christian McCaffrey, you can see McCaffrey does a little bit of everything. He's a little bit of everywhere, right? He lines up in the backfield. He lines up out wide. He runs screens. He runs routes. He runs checkdowns. He pass blocks. He does it all, right? We just don't have a running back in the backfield that can do it all, right? Who's a 4-down guy, who we could keep in on first down, second down, third down, and fourth down, whether we need long yardage or short yardage. We don't have that guy, right? So that's my only thing with this running back room. You have a good group of guys. I'm not saying they can't get it done. I'm just saying down the stretch, I feel like you need a guy who could do it all. Because if you don't have a guy who can do it all, you become limited, right? It becomes checkers and not chess, right? Because you only got so many moves in checkers, right? In chess, you got a bunch of different moves you could use. So I feel like having a guy like Dalvin just gives you the ability to play chess and not checkers, right? Different moves. You could different opportunities. You could do this with them. You could do that with them. Our guys, you either can move them this way or you can move them that way. That's it. And that's what you get with Gaskins. That's what you get with Ahmed, Wilson, and Moser. And they've been dinged up too, right? So, every practice, one of these guys are getting nicked up, bro. Every single practice. It's like, bro, do y'all go a practice without getting banged up? And they're not even tackling yet. Like, Atlanta's not really hitting you dudes hard. I heard Jeff Wilson like got hit on his hand and fumbled or something like that. Bro, we not even getting hit yet. I can only imagine when dudes are really teeing off on Sunday and it really becomes a situation. Like, we can't have a bunch of if we're gonna have a bunch of dudes who are hurt, go get me a guy like Dalvin, and then I don't mind them being hurt. They can get hurt every now and then, right? Because we got Dalvin in the room. Y'all can get some carries, get hurt, get nicked, and then the next guy could be up. But we still got a Dalvin. We still need a Dalvin. And I heard some guys talking about Leonard Fournette. Fournette is cool. He just ain't Dalvin Cook. He's not. And he's not even in his stratosphere in terms of playing. So you telling me in a championship year, if I got a chance to get Dalvin Cook for $7 million, $8 million, or get Fournette for 3 or 4, bro, give me Dalvin, bro. Look, like, let's not play the game. Like, let's go play the game. Let's not play that game. The little couple $1 million money game, bro. Don't do that to me. Not in the championship year. I'm trying to go win. Right? So, hey, don't give me that. I don't want the cheap route. I don't want to go cheap nowhere in this championship year. We already kind of cheap on the offensive line. We already cheap in the running backs. The only way we spent money on offense is really the virus. We paid Tyreek. Who else have we paid like that? Who? We paid Cedric Wilson. We paid him. Who else have we paid on the offense? Tyreek. We haven't paid Tua yet. Teron Armstead, that's a contract that's kind of a deal. Nobody else getting paid. Bro, spend some money, bro. Spend some money on your unit. Go get a Dalvin, and let's keep it pushing. Right? Dalvin and A-Chain would be the 2-year window that we needed. That would be the future right there. That's all you need. And then Jeff Wilson and Mostert can come in and spill guys, or Ahmed. However you want to do it. You just better off. Right? So, man, they killing me, DG. Hey, they killing me, man. They killing me softly with this running back room. Every day is somebody new nicked up, right? And if you gotta have Jalen Waddle go down, bro, if this passing game is not like that and it's not efficient, you better be able to run the football and open some shit up. Like, let's be real. Right? If you're going to have guys go down in the passing game and you're not really efficient, you're not really looking like you usually look, bro, you better go find a way to run the damn football. I'm telling you that right now. Because we saw what happened last year when we struggled passing the ball. Mike McDaniels was still trying to throw that bitch, still forcing it in there. Bro, stop throwing the ball. Just run the ball. Just run the ball a little bit. You'll be all right. We can't afford for you to run it 9 times a game. It's not going to get it done. So go get a running back that's going to look you in the eyes and say, hey, give me the damn football. That's what you need, bro. Stop playing these damn games, man. I don't like this playing this. And y'all talk about the O-line. The O-line is what it is at this point. The dudes who are in the room are going to be there, bro. I'm telling you that right now. We are not going to get nobody else. These are the dudes. It's Teron Armstead, Wynn, Connor, Hunt, and Jackson. Some of them dudes aren't the best. Some of them dudes don't have a great track record. Some of them dudes don't. Of being healthy, of playing consistently. Right? So go get you a running back who can kind of take the pressure off of some of them, who can break some tackles, who can get to that third level and be one-on-one with the safety and beat his ass. That's what we need. We need a guy who's going to get to that third level, have the one-on-one, and who can beat that safety. That's typically what it is. If you ain't got that dude who can get to that third level and beat a safety, you may be all right. You may be okay. I'm not good with being okay, though. I want to be great. I want us to have a dude in the backfield who, hey, if we get him a one-on-one with the safety, hey, I want us to be able to say
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
I want us to be able to say he got cooked. But right now, hey, this ain't it. This running back room, this ain't it. All y'all was giving me the CB 83. We good. This running back room is good. We Gucci. We ain't broke a 30, 40 yard, 50-yard run in camp yet. I ain't seen it. Even with, bro, I have not seen a 30, 40, 50-yard run yet. And I better see something. I better see something on Friday. If I don't see no 20, 30, 40-yard runs on Friday, I'm calling Chris Greer. I'm calling McDaniel. Like, what y'all doing? This what y'all want to do? How many runs we had of how many runs did we have of 30, 40, 50 yards last year? I think we might have had 2 all season. I think Mostert might have had one of like 60 yards. I think Wilson might have had one of like 20, 25. Bro, go get us a running back, man. I don't want to play these games with y'all, bro. I don't want to play these games. And I did hear about that. I did hear about the one in the bubble where we had 100-yard run, right? From Chris Brooks, undrafted guy, right? So I heard about that one. But I don't know of any other runs. And I don't know if this was versus the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, the 1s or 2s. I don't know. But honestly, Chris Brooks not even making the team. He's not even making the team. So you telling me you got a guy that's 6th, 5th in the running back room, and he's having more explosive runs than your starters, than the two-headed monster you say you got, and Mostert and A-Chain, the 3-headed monster, Mostert, A-Chain, and Jeff Wilson Jr. Come on, man, y'all. Miami Dolphins, you not fooling me, bro.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, when you got an undrafted guy having the best runs, bro, that's a problem to me. That's something's going on. Something's wrong. Right? If we had undrafted guys out here just making plays, bro, something's wrong. Like if we had undrafted wide receivers beating out starters, if we had undrafted guys making better plays than Tyreek and Waddle and Chosen and Berrios, y'all would be looking crazy at this roster. Y'all would be looking dumb. Come on, man. Let's not do this. Let's not do it. But man, hey, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. How serious is the Waddle injury? We don't know yet, man. That's a good question. We don't know. Hopefully it's not serious. Hopefully it's something that maybe he got bruised or something, bruised rib maybe. I heard he fell on a ball or something like that. I'm sure Waddle's a tough guy. You saw how Waddle played through that ankle injury in college. He's a tough kid. He's a tough cookie. If anybody can be out there, it'll be Waddle. Even Chris Greer said that. He's a tough guy, high character. That's why we drafted him. So if Waddle can be out there, he'll definitely be out there. He'll definitely be out there. Big Nick in the building. What's good? He said in his biz like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Nick, let's go. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming through, Big Nick. Appreciate you coming through. Hey, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have a little fun. I'm going to drop the link for about 30 minutes. I know a couple guys want to come up. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Wolfpack, you can come through too. Don't run it high. It's all love. We're going to have a good time. Wolfpack, pull up, man. Pull up on the homie. DG, pull up. Pull up. He said, Ravens move their fullback to guard. Maybe we should try that with Alec Ingold. Bro, Alec Ingold, and he got banged up today too. Bro, and he is the cog in the offense. If he's not in there, you know Mostert and Alec and Mostert and A-Chain and boy, you know them boys ain't getting no runs like that. Because he the lead blocker. If he ain't their blocker, if Alec Ingold ain't in there blocking, bro, running game gonna struggle. It's gonna struggle. J.R. Black says just because the running back position is devalued monetarily, football will always fundamentally be won in the trenches. You're right. Run and stop the run. KC ran in the playoffs, not through. Yeah, you're right, bro. That's exactly what happened. It was a lot of running the football in the playoffs because they know, hey, it's hard to do. It's hard to get out there and throw it every down. It's just not possible, guys. It's hard. It's hard. What's good with you? Who is this? Somber Shuffle? Who is this? What's cracking, man? How you feeling? I can't hear you, bro. You there? Turn your mic on. Turn your mic on. You in the building? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You may have to come back through, man. You muted right now. There you go. There you go.
Yo. Yeah,
What's
my
good?
fault. I'm at work. What's good, my boy?
What's good? What's up with you, bro?
What's good with you, dog?
Hey, just another day, man. How you feel about these joint practices, man? Hey, a lot of cats out here worried, bro. They worried.
Man, look, man. Ain't nothing to be worried about, man. We're gonna be all right, though. I ain't worried.
Yeah,
We're
man. That's
still in
what.
the beginning, man. This our first joint practice. I ain't worrying about it, man. Let them boys do their thing, man.
Yeah, man. That's what
What's
I
good with
feel.
you, dog?
Hey, it's the same old thing, man. Just kind of taking it all in, man. I try to throughout the day just kind of look at what happened, what transpired throughout practice, so I could bring y'all some content. Just kind of bring you, my perspective of what's going on. But I try not to panic, because there's a lot of football still to be played. So
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
yeah, bro,
Definitely.
still a lot of football, and these preseason games will be able to narrow down who kind of gets the reps, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna get a lot of plays out there on Friday night. Some of these guys are gonna play the most reps they've seen in a very long time. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot of game film out there on them. Mike McDaniel will kind of see and evaluate who's playing the best, and then just kind of adjust from there. So I still think we got time, bro. I still think we got a lot of time.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. We still in August. The season will start until next month. Man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I can't wait, man.
yeah. I'm
I'm
excited
anxious
too,
like a
man.
mug right now. So
Anxious, bro. And we've been, bro. This off season's been so long too, bro. It
yeah,
just it feels like the better your team is, the longer the off season is, bro.
facts. I ain't gonna lie. That NBA season definitely helped me get through it. Cause boy,
Yeah,
man,
yeah. Because the
that,
NBA season ran kind of long. Honestly, bro,
yeah.
I feel like the NBA season should start at Christmas and go all the way up until football season. So that would just be, I feel like it would be a better situation for sports if they started at Christmas and just ran all the way up until soon as football season started. So we ain't had that little break in between where you got baseball and stuff like that. Bro, that's the most boring break ever, bro. Most boring break ever, bro. But let me get the homie Big Nick in here. Big Nick, what's cracking, bro? I
What's
heard you
going
talking.
on?
Hey, I heard you talking them dudes off the ledge today, bro.
Man, you got to, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I stopped. Look, I
Yeah,
stopped
I was
trying to,
in there. Yeah.
I stopped trying to understand these dudes, dog. I just got to
Man,
keep it
Big
real,
Nick.
man.
Hey, you talking them off the ledge in there, huh?
Yeah, like, see, me, I'm not qualified enough. I don't feel comfortable with judging professional practice, man. I just can't. I'm sorry. If there's some out there that do, I don't feel I'm qualified enough to know what the fuck route or what in particular Liam Eichenberg
Bro.
is working on. I'm not
You said that,
qualified.
hey, you
I'm
said
not
that the other
qualified.
day.
Listen, I'm not qualified enough to know what Mike McDaniel is actually judging. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, what's a failure to
Yeah.
us might not be a failure to
Hey,
them.
that's true. But see, and I think real football heads can understand that because of course you want to see them execute and make plays and do stuff like that. But there's
Right. You want the
certain
aesthetics.
things.
You
Yeah,
want the
yeah.
aesthetics.
You want the aesthetics of it, right? But there's a lot of things in particular that Mike McDaniels could be communicating to Tua, could be communicating to other guys within the offense as to what he wants to see on this particular play, right?
Right.
and it
Right.
may not always be aesthetically pleasing to the eye, right?
Right.
It may
So
be a ball in the dirt or a check down or something like that. Something, or it may be a misread. It's just that's how it is sometimes. So that's how I can't really. I try not to judge too hard too, because bro, it could be something that we don't even know what we talking about.
So by athleticism, I'm a natural basketball player, right? But I did play organized football all the way up in high school, and I played quarterback. But I graduated high school in 1988. Right now, I'm telling you that when I hear 21 personnel, 22, that shit still, I don't know what the fuck that is. Because that was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
highest level I got to, and we wasn't saying 21 personnel in 1988 on the high school football field. So, but by nature, by physicality, I'm a basketball player, and the one thing any true basketball player tell you is that we have about 5 moves that we have perfected. Right, that these are our moves. We can do other things, but these
yeah,
are
yeah.
our moves. So
Right.
when we're practicing, we're not necessarily practicing our 5 moves. We're trying to incorporate something different. So when they say Tua's having a bad day passing, maybe McDaniel is saying, "Hey, I want you to work on this arm angle for this particular route and this particular coverage. I want you to try this particular angle on this particular route, this particular coverage." We
Yeah,
don't know. I'm
we
not
don't.
qualified enough to judge practice. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Bro, and honestly, DG, what's good? Before I get started,
What's good?
DG,
What's
what's
good?
cracking, bro? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm a little
How-
tired after that week that we had.
oh yeah, that week was hectic, bro. But
Hectic, bro.
we back at it though. We back.
hmm Always,
But
always.
yeah, man. But Big Nick, I think you got a good point there, and I think, bro, Tua has this helmet cam on, and I think I'm getting some feedback from you. Hold on one second, I'm gonna mute you. But he has this helmet cam on, and there's a lot of things that McDaniel could be looking to work on specific plays. And I know, hey, everybody wants to see the big play. They want to see completions after completions after completions. But you also got to understand that they're not really into the flow of the game. And I feel like McDaniels is a flow of the game type of guy. I
hmm
feel like last year when we got into games, it was run, pass, pass, run, pass. It was a lot of chess game, a lot of chess movement, but you can't really do that in practice. You just out there running plays. So
Yeah.
it's a different atmosphere than the game.
Real quick, I don't want to dominate this whole philosophical debate about this particular part, but I just want to say one further thing on this, right? It's like last year, people are talking about the way the offense was clicking last year in practice
Yep, yep.
and joint practices and stuff like this. But and then this year they seem to be struggling. Last year was a brand new offense.
Brand
McDaniel was
new.
out there implementing real plays. We need you guys to execute these plays. So those were the plays that we was designing and we was getting ready to run in the season. This year, everybody that matters knows the playbook. So instead of out there trying to work on this play that we're going to run in the season that we already know, we're going to work on the intricate details of that play so
Yeah.
we can get better. Tyreek said it himself. His sister sent him a tweet where it says Tyreek is struggling in training camp. And Tyreek said, "I'm not struggling. I'm working on different things. I'm
Yeah.
working on running a route this way, taking this step instead of that step." He said that himself, and people equate because he's not catching 80-yard bombs that he's not having a good training camp. To whose perspective?
I know, and and perception becomes people's reality, right? And it's just like if they don't see certain things, they think it's a bad practice. And
hmm
I just challenge people to start thinking outside the box a little bit, because I think Mike McDaniel's he's a very smart guy, right? So I know he's watching the film. I know he's in the lab trying to figure it out. But come season time, he's going to have a plan for attacking defenses. I mean, it's given, bro. It's a given. He's good at what he does. And for him to come in year one and have a top 10 offense, bro,
hmm
that's impressive. He don't look
True.
last year, he don't even know these guys. He literally put plays in the offense. He doesn't know what those guys do well, and he's just learning what they can do well on the go during the season, right?
Oh, you know what's crazy about this team is that the veterans on this team are, think about this, the veterans on this team are either in the midst of their prime, not past prime or toward the end of their prime, but in that soft spot of the prime, or on the beginning of that prime. You know what I'm saying? So, and these are the veterans on the team. Man, we're gonna be fine. People need to chill, man.
Yeah, DG, how you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling everything that you're saying. Like, to a real fan, you could tell them that, like, take the time out to actually get to know the team. But just like a regular person, they're not gonna really take the time out. When I was out there during the practice, there was a lot of people, but I don't think there's a lot of people actually watching the practice like we were watching.
Yeah, it's different.
They're watching for touchdowns.
Exactly. They're looking for oohs and ahs, like like big plays. But there's more to it than that. There's definitely more to it than that.
Like McDaniel want to win practice, but not in the same aspect as a fan want to win practice. McDaniel want to look better than the opponent he's practicing against. But it's not about that trying to win practice. People say, "Oh man, we lost practice." No, we didn't.
Bro, winning and losing practice is crazy to me. I mean, of course you're gonna have good plays, right? I think you're a professional football team. Atlanta's gonna have some good plays throughout the day. Miami's gonna have some good plays throughout the day. Of course, you want your team to be on the winning side of having more good plays.
Looking better.
Yeah,
you want them to look better.
You want them to
looking better.
Look more efficient, right? You want them to look like they're moving the ball, like they're converting third downs, stuff like that, right? They're staying on the field and keeping the chains moving. I think that we won't have an issue with once the starters get together, get into chemistry, get the rhythm going. I don't think McDaniel's goal out there these past 2 days was to win practice and annihilate the Atlanta Falcons defense. I don't think that's what his goal was. I think in the context of football, he wants to work on certain things, right? Maybe he's working on crossing routes. Maybe he's working on mesh concepts, right? Maybe he's working on corner routes and beating cover 2, like cover 2, cover 3 beaters. Like there's different levels to it. And I think people get so caught up in, we want to see the big play. We want to see Tua throwing touchdowns and throwing bombs. Bro, we didn't see much of that last year in practice. Let's be completely honest with ourselves.
Hey, I'm going to give you something outside the box, way outside the box, right? Nick Saban said it himself. Tua's father said it himself. He's always had a problem with hanging on the ball too long, right?
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel is a very smart coach. Maybe Mike McDaniel is taking a look and saying, you know what, Tua sometimes he hold the ball for 4 seconds. Let's see where the first area of breakdown comes consistently from him holding that ball 4 seconds. And you know what? I can design something that will give him that 4 seconds.
Give him an outlet.
To give him that 4 seconds, because we can't take that away from him. We can't take it away. Like, it was a quarterback, I forget which one it was, that he just couldn't slide. He couldn't slide no matter what. He couldn't slide. So what they do, they worked around it. They taught him other things to do. They taught him, you know what, well, diving is safer than sliding for you then. Try something different. So maybe, just maybe, those are the things that they're working on.
Yeah. And that's and AB, you make a great point here. If McDaniel got fired, he would have 7 job offers in his voicemail before he gets home. Bro, that's completely true, bro. I mean, you see what he did with our team in year 1. Bro, you're dealing with your starting quarterback out 5 games. You're dealing with Skyler. You're dealing with Teddy. It's a difficult situation. It's adversity galore, bro. And you still found a way to go into Buffalo and compete late in the season. Bro, McDaniels is a smart guy. I trust him with the team. I trust him with every unit. I think the offense will be ready. I don't have a doubt that the offense won't be ready. He's going to put
the relatability of the head coach with his young players. The relatability is so important. You think he's going to strike gold with that again?
Man, they want to play for him, Big Nick. They want to play for him, bro.
He can talk with him.
Exactly. And it's not many coaches in the league who have that type of rapport with their players. Now, that could be a situation that kind of hinders you at times because you're so nice that you're not pushing the guys and stuff like that. I just don't think that's the case here because you still got guys like Fangio in the building who can tell Mike, Mike, we need to go a little bit harder. Like this ain't enough, right? These old school guys who are around him that can say, hey, we need to go a little bit harder in this area. We're not hitting it. We're not hitting it hard enough. So I think that's the balance that he needs. And I think that's all we need as far as the staff goes and this unit to be successful, bro. I think we're going to be fine. I don't think it's time to panic yet, bro.
So you must ain't hear about all the times all the players talk about how Mike McDaniels cussed their ass out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, bro, I heard that.
Don't remember when he told Josh
and
you must don't remember when he told Josh Boyd to fucking fix it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that was hilarious.
Boy, yeah, that shit was funny, boy. I seen that on TV. I was like, damn, that boy look mad as fuck. Boy, I was like, man. Like,
so we can be cool. We can be cool, but you still work for me, player. Remember that.
Yeah, he
definitely came out.
yeah, for real.
The dark side come out. But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see it. I really look forward to the preseason games because we'll get to see some guys play who we haven't seen that much, and they'll get some meaningful reps. So I'm looking forward to the preseason and just seeing how they get out there and do it. What are you guys looking forward to in the preseason game? What you looking forward to seeing? I'll start with you, DG, and then I'll go to Big Nick.
Like with the preseason game, like I know I get what y'all talking about with the practices and stuff like that, but I watched Mike McDaniel's press conference today, and he still remembered the Eagles practice, and he was talking about it as if we had won that practice, and the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl. So he still hold that over his head like a victory. You know what I'm trying to say? You still bring it up to this year. Them boys still care about it. They're talking about it in a lot.
Of course, and when they because it boosts your confidence, right? Because you know, hey, looking back on last year, when we look at ourselves early in the season and how we played, just imagine if Tua does play the whole season all the way through. You're not telling me we can't go and compete with the Eagles in the Super Bowl, bro.
See, that's the thing. You're not telling me that, bro. You're not telling me that Mike McDaniel don't know that either. You can't tell me he don't know that.
Exactly. You know that. Because if you're smart, you can kind of take what you look. He still has the practice from last year against the Eagles, bro. He still probably watches it. He still probably sees how we dominated them, how we went in and played, and how we executed. And he's realizing that, damn, this team was that good last year to where we could beat a championship team in 2 days of practice. Like, he's seeing that, and he's like, damn, this team is going to be even better. We're going to have the opportunity. We just got to stay healthy, and we got to execute, bro.
We blew them out, too, in the preseason game. We was like 48-13. You know?
Like,
I don't care if it's the backups.
Right. But and that's the confidence that leads us into the season, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I think Mike McDaniel wants to see coming out on Friday night. He wants to see guys go out there, execute. Bro, Mike White is probably better than any quarterback they have on their roster.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So now he's got to go out there and play like that. Skyler's got to go out there and play like that. Right. And that's what they're looking forward to seeing. And I'm looking forward to the game. I think it's going to be cool to see them guys get out there and compete, man. But Big Nick, what you looking forward to seeing in this preseason game, man?
Man, you know what, man? I'm just to the realization that the only part of the preseason that barely interests me is the 50, 51st, 52nd, 53rd guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be under the belief that the roster's already set. So I'm just excited about seeing my team under the lights in uniform. Really, I don't get excited about this type of stuff. Of course, I want to win because on Madden I want to go 17-0. So of course, I want to go undefeated with the real team. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to win the preseason game, but it ain't gonna change nothing about my optimism unless two key players go down. Other than that, I don't care. I just want to see my team on the field after 8 months.
Yeah, bro, it's been so long, bro. It's been a long time. So
8 months is crazy. That's too long. That's too long. I understand everybody got to heal. I understand that. But then give me a 200-man roster or something then, because 8 months is way too long, bro.
That's a long. It's damn near a year, man. Damn near a year.
4 months, dog. 4 months, and before you know it, you wake up one day, you be in week 6, and the realization hits you. You only got 2.5 more months.
know.
This
It's
shit is
crazy.
ridiculous, dog.
It's
It goes
scary.
by. It goes by fast, bro.
It's ridiculous.
But Somber, what you got, man? What you looking forward to seeing in this preseason game, man? You there, bro? You on mute. You on mute. You on mute. Turn it off mute, bro.
Yeah, my phone, I'm at work. But yeah, man, like Big Nick said, bro. Yeah, man, I just can't wait to see my team play, man. You know, it's
Yeah.
been a minute. You feel me? So I
Been a
can't wait
minute.
to see new weapons. Uh, like A Chain, Cam. And all the people that's gonna be, on the back end trying to see what they gonna do. Like Trill Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what them boys do.
It's
So
so many.
I'm excited, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, bro. It's so many. I think we have a roster full. I mean, this team is a roster full of good players. And I want to see some of these players just get out here and shine in these preseason games, bro. Because they're gonna have some opportunities to make some big plays. And I want to see some pick sixes, some big plays,
Hmm.
some guys taking
Yeah.
it to the crib, bro. Because this, I mean, from top to bottom, this will be the best 53-man roster we've had in a long time, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we got seven players on the top 100. When have the Miami Dolphins ever had 7 players on the top 100?
In a long time. Hey,
Bro,
before you go,
Yeah.
you said something 5 minutes ago that I really, 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 it hit home because it's so important to me, right? If Tua would have stayed healthy, if you're a knowledgeable fan, just looking at the way this team performed and
Yeah.
played,
Hmm.
there's no way, shape, form, or fashion you thought the Miami Dolphins was going to lose any game we played last year.
Yeah.
Any game. And there's not a team head and shoulders was above the healthy Miami Dolphins. And you can't
Nobody.
tell me Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel don't feel the same way. I can't be the only person.
You not. And that's
Hmm.
the crazy thing about it because Miami Dolphin fans are out here panicking because the offense is supposedly struggling, right?
Mhm.
But they were a top 6 unit last year, and that was without Tua playing 5 games, right?
5
Just,
games.
just imagine if Tua stays healthy and plays all those games, bro. We a top 3 unit,
Bro,
hands
we had over
down,
2,000 yards rushing last year, man, combined.
bro.
Team rushing yards, man.
Bro,
Come on, man.
Tyreek has 1,700 yards receiving, bro.
Come on, man.
Waddle had over 1,000 yards receiving. Mostert
was
had
playing
damn
with-
near 1,000 yards rushing, and he's
We was playing with
not a
our
great
4th,
running
5th,
back.
6th, 7th DBs, man. 4th, 5th,
Oh,
6th, 7th DBs.
wild.
And we only got blew out of one game, and it happened in one quarter.
We was in every game. We was in every
We had the lead.
game.
We was either tied or had the lead going into every 4th quarter last year, man.
How can you not be excited about this team?
And
bro?
then
Even,
just some ain't go our way, man.
that's all it was, bro.
That's the frustrating thing, man.
And we
that's-
got better.
Dang.
And we got better.
we did get better.
You feel me?
But you're
Fans
right,
up, man.
man.
Y'all be safe. Check them out.
All right, bro. All
All
right,
right,
Big Nick.
Nick.
Appreciate you. But yeah, bro, you said it too. It just something don't go your way sometimes, and that's the game of football, bro. Like
Mhm.
sometimes that
Mhm.
shit will happen where it just don't shake your way. But
Facts.
when it do, bro, you got to be ready to seize that opportunity, bro. When you stay healthy, you got to be ready to go in and crush teams. And I think that's where we'll be this year. I think Tua stays healthy. I think we find a way to get it done. Even when guys go down, I can see guys stepping in, stepping up, and making plays in their absence.
You know, there's one issue I got though. Like, if our issue is injuries,
Yeah.
what's the one thing that you need to fix? Like the trenches, like the O line, D line. The D line kind of protects like the DBs from getting hurt.
Yeah.
O line protects the skill position people from getting hurt. But
And I agree with you to some extent, especially when it comes to the quarterback. Like we know our quarterback got a situation. We know one hit could basically put him down for a while, right?
mm-hmm.
But any O line you go get to protect him, you could go get the best O line. You could go get the 5 best linemen you can find. Any O line you get is still gonna get him sacked. They're still gonna miss Like that's just the nature of the game, bro. And I can understand that people want to say, "Oh, we got to go fix the O-line. We got to fix the O-line." Right?
Mhm.
Even Connor Williams is a great player. He's gonna get beat at times, right?
Mhm.
Teron
Facts.
Armstead is a
That's the
great
whole win
player,
some, you lose some, type of
bro.
model.
Right. It's the win some, you lose
Mm-hmm.
some, bro. Like you just got to
Yeah.
win more than you losing. Like that's really the goal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's gonna be times where Tua has to take a sack and he's gonna get hit. That's just the nature of the position. Everybody gets hit at the quarterback position, so I can understand us saying, "Oh, we want the best O line," but that shit ain't just, it's not realistic to say you're gonna have five guys who don't give up a sack all the time.
Mhm.
Even the best offensive linemen get beat. And we saw it. We saw it last year. But you do want to give yourself those higher percentages by getting better players. I get what
Mhm.
you're saying though. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
But it really be like with the when you have a quarterback who is not like gifted like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, you
Yeah.
want to put that type of O line in front of him. If we had Patrick Mahomes, I'm not worried about our O line right now. I know
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes could make this O line work.
He
Like,
can get himself out of it.
yeah, he get himself out of it. But Tua,
Yeah.
on the other hand, we seen him at Alabama where he was working with. He probably had the best O line in the whole nation. And that's how he was balling out. But he was still getting hurt even with that O line.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like he was still, bro, he was still taking hits with Alabama. He was still getting hurt.
mhm,
That's just the nature of the position, bro. You can have the best five in front of you. Those guys are going to have breakdowns throughout the game. You got to
mhm,
get yourself out of situations, step up in the pocket, run and slide, or throw the ball out of bounds. And I think that's what the key will be this year. And that's what I've seen a lot of this year is finding the running backs in the check down.
mhm.
Designed plays for getting the running back the ball in the flats. I've seen a lot of that, more than I've ever seen with this offense. So I think Mike McDaniel is really focusing on, hey, if 1 and 2 isn't there, go to 3, and maybe that's the check down, or maybe that's the guy like right in the middle, sitting down, giving you an opportunity to hit him quick. So
I
we'll
don't
see,
know.
bro. We'll
I don't
see.
know. Hopefully, I just don't know because
What you don't
man,
know? Give it to me, bro. Give it to me.
I don't. I like Tua. I'm not saying I don't like Tua, but we
Yeah,
all know like Josh Allen for as an example, he went to Wyoming. He didn't really have like the best talent around him.
yeah,
And look,
yeah,
he ended up being like a good quarterback. That's why I really think all these good quarterbacks that come out, they don't come from like big schools. Like Tom Brady and all that. There's some quarterbacks that did come out that
yeah,
came from big schools, but at the same time, everybody gonna need that old line, especially if you have a quarterback who don't really move like that. Drew Brees, when he was with the Saints, he had Teron
yeah.
Armstead over there with him.
He has
He
some
has
dogs over there.
he has some dogs each year. Sean Payton, he don't play that. He don't
But he
play
also
that.
had the weapons too. Like he always had a running back. He
Hmm.
always he was always gonna be efficient with his running game too. Like, and I
Right.
think
Yeah.
that's
Kamara.
yeah.
Hmm.
What's his
Ingram.
name?
He had Mark
Yeah.
Ingram. He had
Ingram.
Kamara. They had a crazy 1-2 punch for a long time, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's my thing with Mike McDaniel. It's like, hey, if you really want to protect Tua, right?
Hmm.
And if you really want to do what's best for Tua, I think you got to put a running back next to him who is just really good at what they do,
Hmm.
right? Because even when it comes to pass protecting and stuff like that, I saw some plays from practice where the running back was just kind of a little bit too lax and stepping up, getting in the gap and hitting that linebacker and knocking him out of the gap, right? Some of those plays can get your quarterback killed. And I think the best situation for Tua is putting a really good running back next to him, saying, hey, this guy can do it all for you. He could be your check down. He's going to protect you at all costs. He's not going to let you get hit. He's going to run the ball hard, and he's going to make defenses key in on him so it's going to open you up some.
Hmm.
So, and that's what I really feel like. Tua always had a great running back next to him, right? Najee Harris, whoever it was, he in college he had great running backs next to him, guys who could do it all, guys who were versatile, right?
Hmm.
I really, I, I really just think Tua needs somebody next to him who can play and who can do it all. He needs a McCaffrey. He needs a Dalvin Cook. And I don't even think he needs all the receiver weapons that he has, because I think he could be efficient with a lot of guys. Like, you could put Cedric Wilson, you could put Barrios, you could put Chosen out there, and he's still going to deliver. He's still going to make plays. Now, with Tyreek and Waddle, it does make it even crazier because of their speed. It opens things up a lot more. But you put a guy like Dalvin Cook in this offense, it's just going to be bananas, bro. It would be bananas. And that's what I'd like to see, is just somebody who's going to make defenses prepare for him, right? We don't have any running backs that are preparing worthy. They're not going to game plan for A-Chain or Mostert or Jeff Wilson. It's just not going to happen. They're not good enough. They feel like they could stop them guys with the 4 down and the 2 backers they got in the box.
I don't know. I heard Mike McDaniel, he trusts Devon A-Chain in pass pro. I was like, I don't know about that. I got to see that.
We'll see that.
My own 2 eyes, you know.
We'll see it, and hopefully we see it Friday, because this is going to be a good opportunity for A-Chain to get in there and get his feet wet. It's NFL time now, so no more of that half stepping. It's going to be full go. I need everybody to stay healthy, man. I don't want to see these guys go down, you know, these running backs, because that's what you got to understand too. When they're running this zone scheme running game where they're running side to side and they're running outside zone and stuff like that, a lot of times guys are rolling up on you and you're getting hurt, right? It's one thing to hit a gap, you know where you're going, but when you're running and you're running right and you're running away from guys and they hit your ankles and go low and roll you up, you look at situations. The San Francisco 49ers went through like 5 running backs in a season, bro.
Yeah.
Just from running that same scheme, like everybody going down, getting hurt. They basically didn't have running backs at one point.
Nope.
So I just hope these guys can stay healthy within this scheme too. I think that's going to be key, bro.
Yeah, it's possible. I seen some highlights from A-Chain. Seemed like he got good balance when he's running. You know, Jesse Bates, he came for a hit, he still stood up. And Jesse Bates, he a hitter. And so I was like, okay, that means
yeah. And I saw A-Chain run dude over too. A-Chain, hey, he gonna be bringing that funk. I like him. I just think he needs a guy in front of him to kind of mentor him, a dog like Dalvin Cook. I think most of the Jeff Wilson are basically basically bridging the gap for a good running back to come in. I thought we would not have those guys this year. I thought there were guys we picked up in free agency, and we would just find some guys, draft and free agency to kind of move forward with, right? I don't think they were in the Miami Dolphins plans. I think the Miami Dolphins have been looking for running backs all along. They've been making calls on Dalvin Cook. They've been making calls on Christian McCaffrey. They've been making calls on Saquon, Josh Jacobs. They've been trying to get a guy the entire time, right?
Right.
So I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't know if that's gonna be the situation moving forward, but hopefully they figure it out. Because it seems
let me
like
ask y'all something. Would y'all settle with Kareem Hunt?
I would take Kareem Hunt. Yeah. I would take Kareem Hunt.
He's still young as well, so he's a young guy.
I like Kareem Hunt. I like Zeke still. I don't like them better. I don't like them better than Dalvin, but I would take Zeke.
For sure. But
Zeke is efficient. Yeah. Zeke, I think Zeke is going to be Zeke is deadly in the screen game too. Like he does a good job on these running back screens. So I think Zeke.
Right.
I like Fournette too, but I think I would, in order, I would take Dalvin. Then I would go Kareem Hunt. Then I would go Zeke. Then I would go Fournette.
Right.
That would be my way of approaching it. But there's still a lot of running backs out there, bro. There's still a lot of running backs out there. So it's kind of crazy that all these running backs are still out there. And I can understand that Zeke is a has-been. You're right. But he's been a dog in the league, and he can come in and help, especially run up inside and get 3 to 4 yards where we need it. Because Jeff Wilson Jr., it just seems like we can't really bang him up inside like that because he gets hurt all the damn time. So I mean, we need a guy who's going to come in and run behind in goal and get some short yardage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Right.
not because it's not all because of the old line. The running back gotta do some work as well.
exactly, man.
Yeah.
The running backs got to do some work, bro. And
Mhm.
I, everybody wants to put it on the offensive line. I get it, right? They got to open the holes, but some of these holes are there. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of getting the guy who's going to run through it full speed and not be scared to run through it. Who's
Yeah.
going to hit it and not care what comes behind hitting it, like a linebacker coming full speed at your ass like a missile. So it could happen, bro. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm excited about the team. I think the running back room is okay, but I
Mhm.
would like to see an upgrade there. I really would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen soon. Like the guys that we got right now, I feel like they not the type of guys that probably they won't hit the hole. Probably like 50% of the time they'll hit the hole. The other time they probably just won't see it. As to if we had Dalvin in here, he probably hit it like 70% of the times because he's gonna be able to see it. Even
Yeah.
with our bad O line, he had bad O lines before with the Vikings, so this
Yeah.
is nothing
Yeah.
new to him. So
Nothing new, bro. Nothing new at all, man.
mhm,
I appreciate y'all boys coming through. I've been going for an hour and 30, bro. Go ahead
mhm,
and give me your final take, DG. We got to do something. So ABAB says, CB, you should go live after the game Friday. I probably will do that to just kind of talk about what I saw from the game.
mhm.
Maybe just kind of highlight some of what we saw. So maybe expect me to go live Friday after the game for sure. I think that's a
Okay.
must. I think that's a must. So DG, feel free to hop on. You know how we do, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually be at the game. What time does it start?
The game starts, I want to say it's 7, maybe
7,
7.
7:30, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. 7 or
Mhm.
7:30, bro. So yeah, I'll definitely try to go live at some point. After the game, just kind of discuss it, open up a panel. We can talk about what we saw and stuff like that, bro. And it was good having you on tonight, bro. It's always love, bro.
Yeah, I just got off of work and I seen that he's going off at 9. I was like, perfect timing for me. You
Yeah,
know.
bro. I know you get off late, bro. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's good to catch you, bro. Good to catch you. I saw TD in the building too. Shout out to the homie TD, William Perry in the building. All of the members gang. I appreciate y'all boys coming through. DG, give me your final take, bro.
Hey, if me, you, and TD all did something, that would be crazy, bro. That would be
TD
crazy.
ain't ready, man.
TD
TD
not
ain't
ready.
ready, man. Tighten
TD
up,
not ready.
TD. We gotta get him. We gotta get TD on, man. TD. Hey, TD's a busy dude though. He's got so much other stuff going on. So
I
you know
know.
that you know how it be. He fighting with OJ and stuff. He
Hmm.
fighting he fighting with OJ.
I don't want no problems. No problems.
I can't do it. I
I
can't
can't
fight with
do
the
it.
love. I can't fight with the love, TD. TD boxing with the Dolphins guys, bro. He going,
Yeah.
hey, he going toe to toe with them boys.
Yeah, TD, let
Telling
us
them they,
know.
hey, TD told him, hey, you ain't got no Super Bowl rings, bro. You can't say shit to me, dog. You ain't. That's wild.
Yeah, that
Hey,
sound like TD.
TD, you a wild boy for that.
Hmm.
Hey, and unblock the Dolphins realtor, TD. TD, unblock him. He ain't do nothing to you, man. Unblock that man. Hey, well,
That's
appreciate you,
crazy.
bro. What's it? Let me get to your final take, bro. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Yeah, no problem. But my final take, y'all. My final take. I'm just go off based off Friday. I know the season coming up, but we're gonna focus on the opponent, one game at a time. One game at a time. And we
One
gotta
game at
focus.
a time.
Yeah, we gotta focus on the Falcons. They got a good O line. So we gotta watch how our D line does. They quarterback, I'm not really worried about them. They got size in the receiving room. They got
Yeah,
Kyle
yeah,
Pitts, Drake London. So that's gonna be a different type of matchup for our people because they used to going against speed in practice,
yeah,
but now they're going against size. And to flip it to the other side, our offense against their defense, they don't have a great D line, but they got
yeah,
a whole rotation in there. Calais Campbell, Bud Dupree, a whole bunch of dudes. So that's gonna
yeah,
be good
yeah.
work for our D line. I know we have Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb in there to give us that work, but a different D line. We just gotta see. We gotta watch Liam Eichenberg, Isaiah Wynn,
We
and see who.
do.
Yeah,
We
we gotta watch that
do.
closely.
We gotta watch them boys, man.
Hmm.
And I think them boys will come to play. I think I don't know if Eichenberg is the guy, but we'll see. I don't think Eichenberg will end up being the guy on this roster. I think he'll be a backup guy.
Like CB, I'm surprised because I was at the practice and I seen Liam Eichenberg doing his thing against Christian Wilkins. I'm like, if he could do his thing against Christian Wilkins, he could do his thing against Grady Jarrett, Calais Campbell. But Christian Wilkins, he came into the Falcons practice getting blocked by everybody. Like, he wasn't really doing nothing. But when you're going against your own teammate, that you kind of get used to what he's doing. So that's what I'm guessing what it is. So
yeah, and I think hopefully this offensive line gets a lot of reps. I know Armstead won't play a lot, but these other guys like Wynn and all these other guys kind of on the verge of being a starter. I want to see them get a lot of reps, a lot of opportunities. Man, I wish we could have the opportunity to see the all-22 and stuff like that. I got to figure out if they have all-22 for preseason games because I love to break down some of what I'm seeing offensively from these groups. But I mean, I'm looking forward to it, bro. I think this team is a really good football team, and I think we should go out there this preseason and we should be executing. And that's what I want to see because, the first group probably won't be in there, but the second group is still pretty damn good. Like offensively, defensively, like this team should be kind of dominating these guys come Friday. I'm not really worried about practice, but come to game time, I want to see these guys dominate and put some good stuff on film. That's what I want to see.
They better. They said it was spicy today. It was spicy.
Yeah, got a little spicy, a few little skirmishes. So we'll see, bro. We'll see. Hey, I appreciate you coming on, bro. We'll do it again Friday. You know how we get down.
You already know.
All right, appreciate you, though.
All right, y'all.
Hey, shout out to the homie DG for coming through, spreading the love. I love to open it up for a few, getting some guys on. Shout out to the homies who came through, Big Nick, Somber, DG. If y'all don't follow DG, go follow his channel. Go follow Big Nick's channel. It's all love, man. I'm looking forward to this preseason game we got coming up. Us versus the Atlanta Falcons Friday night in the Rock. It's gonna be crazy. Hey, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Shout out to the big homie, John Alman, with the $5 donation during the stream. He says, good luck with your channel, bro. I appreciate that. That's love. All the donations help. Becoming a member helps. If you want to become a member, I did click the link up there. I pinned the link to the chat. Really appreciate you guys coming through. Y'all know how we get down. Irv, I see you in the building. John's in the building. John showed love today. Appreciate you. ABAB. The homie H in the building. He said, CB, when you gonna show up to Mace? I'll be over to Mace. I might get on Mace later tonight, bro. So if Mace is on later tonight or tomorrow, I'll definitely pull up to Mace. Mace is definitely the homie too. If y'all don't follow Mace Taggart on YouTube, be sure to do that, bro. Definitely do that. Y'all know I'm everywhere in the community. Everywhere. You always gonna see me. Shout out to the homie TD Fans Talk coming through, showing some love. Damn, TD rarely come to my show, bro. You must be getting some heat out in these streets, bro. I got you, bro. I back you up, bro. If you need me to box with OJ, I'll box with OJ for you, bro. I got you. So shout out to the homie TD for coming through. JR Black in the building. Hey, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know how we do. It's Fins Up with CB83. I'm out.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sort them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run